Across Roblox's history, there has been many different occurrences that can be classified as unexplainable. Events that Roblox users have experienced but never got to know why or how they happened. Fortunately enough, there's a small group of Robloxians who specialize in this department. It's a website that's pretty well known and it knows it all. This is RA Archives and welcome back to Roblox Anomalies. The RA Archives is a group of Robloxians who specialize in studying the weird occurrences that take place on Roblox, or in other words, anomalies. Since my last video, many new anomalies have been discovered. If you don't already know, there are two ways to identify these anomalies: their risk level, which goes from safe to neutral to dangerous to unknown, and their status level, which goes from nullified to dormant to active to unknown. Like the last video, we'll use this graph to measure the anomalies. The y-axis shows their risk level, and the x-axis shows their status level. The further we go through the anomalies, the bigger risk they pose to users. Let's go ahead and cover the first anomaly of the video. Anomaly number 21, or the library with no end, is, you guessed it, a library. Every once in a blue moon, there's a slight chance you could stumble upon a game titled Omnia Notus Eam Plus, which is Latin for everything known and more. In-game, you are unable to type, and there are gray NPCs that move around the map at a slow pace. These NPCs are known as Anomaly number 21B, also known as patrons. All they do is roam around the map and read books. As for the contents of the books, they contain everything. For context, Jorge Luis Borges was an Argentinian writer, poet, and translator who, in 1941, published The Library of Babel, about a library that contains every word, every sentence, and everything that has ever been written. It contains everything I've said so far in this video, and everything I plan on saying as well. As a test, I searched this very paragraph I wrote in this library, and sure enough, there it is. I was able to do this through a website titled thelibraryofbabel.info. It's organized through hexagon rooms with 4 walls of books, with 5 shelves each, 32 books on each shelf, and 110 pages in each book. If you haven't already noticed, the library with no end is the Library of Babel. From the screenshots provided, we can see the same hexagon rooms with 4 shelves on each side. As explained in the anomalies page, the rooms seem to go on infinitely. This is the same as the Library of Babel, which contains an infinite number of books. The library with no end is completely safe to interact with, but the status of the anomaly is completely unknown, and by the looks of it, it may stay that way for a long time. Let's move on to the next anomaly. Imagine you're casually playing a Roblox game, and all of a sudden, all players around you freeze into blank Roblox models. Well, this is anomaly number 17, also known as Isolophobia, which is the phobia of one dreading the idea of being alone or forgotten by everyone. And by everyone being frozen in time, it leaves the player completely alone, which is where this anomaly gets its name. Yeah, no shit. There's no explanation for why or how this event occurs. It just seems to happen at random. The anomaly page provides us with a timeline of events that will happen during the event of Isolophobia. They go by the following: 0 minutes. All users in-game are frozen and changed to the blank gray Robloxians. During this, all in-game audio will go silent. 2 minutes. The skybox begins to darken. 10 minutes. The skybox turns completely dark, then a black fog begins to emerge. 15 minutes. The black fog stops emerging, and after this, the game will begin to delete itself part by part. The time it takes to do this varies because it depends on the size of the game you are playing. During this process, if you reset your avatar at any time, the event will end instantly, but if you continue, it is unknown what occurs when the game finishes deleting itself. And because of the extreme rarity of the event, the most we can do is speculate. Some people came up with various rumors about what happens later in the event, some of which are: a pair of white eyes begins to watch the player being affected. The sky slowly begins to turn bright red. The player affected by number 17 also turns into a gray Robloxian, just like the other users. We only have 2 photos of this event happening, taking place in a prison life server, but overall, the risk level stands at neutral. So if this rare occurrence does happen to you, it is recommended that you don't continue the stages of anomaly number 17, and simply reset your avatar and continue playing the game you once were. But this anomaly seems completely safe compared to the other ones I will explain from now on. The first dangerous anomaly of the video is anomaly number 12, or living ads. It's pretty self-explanatory. Around mid-2016, a series of Roblox ads began appearing on the Roblox website. For those of you who don't know, you used to be able to advertise your games, clothing, and groups using Robux. The ads in question seem to be copied from other users. The only difference is that a human eyeball is in the ad. In the presence of anomaly number 12, your cursor would lock onto the ad, forcing you to click it. Once clicked, it would bring you to the website we've spoken about before, Roblox 2. At the bottom of the anomaly page, we can see an archived version of this bootlegged website. According to an unverified source, it is said that number 12 can close the Roblox player once encountered. After large reports of anomaly number 12, the Roblox admins dealt with the issue. Since then, there has been no new reports of anomaly number 12. Following the anomaly's removal, the website that went alongside it has disappeared. Some people suggest that Roblox attempted to take legal action against the creators of the website, but this is not confirmed. Let's explore the next anomaly of the video. Anomaly number 22, or Love Will Come From the Hill, is a mysterious game that goes by the same name. The place contains grassy terrain and almost no buildings. The only building on the map is the starting cabin, but the main focus of the game are the two structures on each side of the map. First, on the left, we can see a rock pillar with a big hole in the ground. The second thing, on the right, are four mysterious pillars. Looking at the anomaly page, we get the idea that the Roblox admins are trying their best to avoid people playing the game. For example, a Roblox admin implemented a script where, once you joined Love Will Come From the Hill, it will instantly teleport you to another game. But before the admins added the script, there was already a user who fell victim to this dangerous anomaly. On October 12, 2016, a Roblox user posted about his findings about this very game we've been talking about. He explained that his frames dropped frantically, and his game began to lag as soon as he got close to the four pillars. Eventually, the lag crashed his game. On his second playthrough, he decided to explore the floating pillar in the middle of the hole, but after that, he disappeared. A few days later, he returned to the forums, but the typing style was completely different than usual. The user wrote that he was going to be spending time with his loved ones and that he would never leave. Fast forward to September of 2018, an uncopylogged version of the game began spreading around the underground scene of Roblox. The admins eventually caught on to this and began deleting every single instance, except for the one that we have the ability to download on the RA website. Looking at the place file for this game, we can see hundreds of unnamed models, but at the very top, if we open this unnamed folder, we can see a bunch of named audios. They all have no sound, but we can rearrange each one into a sentence. It reads, "Love came from the hill and greeted me with open arms, and I smiled." Going down to the very bottom to Teams folder, we can see love and I love repeatedly. Clicking on the terrain at the bottom of the pillar, we can open a script that says nothing for some reason, but if you open up the starter player folder, we can open a model with many different names. Some of these are, I can grab you, I can feel you, I can grab you again, I turn towards you, I want to be you, I see you, I think about you, and I love you. Moving this model into the workspace, we can see this tall statue. We come to understand that the names I just mentioned are the parts of the body. I can grab you relates to the statue's arms, I think about you relating to the statue's brain, and I love you relating to the statue's heart. The cool thing about the brain and the heart model is that they both contain scripts relating to that part of the body. For example, the brain has a script with some thoughts. It reads, I love you, I always love you, even if you ruined me, even if you hurt me, then even if you manipulated me, then I'll never leave you, I can't leave you, I can't leave, never. For the heart, you can open up the script that says pulse written twice, which means that this statue is alive. More proof of that is if you look into the player's file. First, you'll have yourself, but then you can see this hollow diamond symbol, which I'm guessing is the name of this statue. Thinking back to what happened to the user who played this game, he must have been attacked by this statue that we see, and the victim's mind was moved into the place file. And the forum post that the user made wasn't the player, it was made by this statue. This anomaly is very dangerous to interact with. Even though the anomaly has pretty much been patched by the Roblox admins, some caution is recommended. Let's go ahead and move on. Anomaly number 30, or Creator's Violence Executor, is, according to the Anomaly page, a highly powerful and sought-after script executor that utilized an unknown Roblox vulnerability to spawn number 30A's scripts. And you're probably thinking, finding exploits to use on Roblox is fairly common to find, but C.V.E.'s impossible capabilities set it apart from the rest. Anomaly number 30A, or its surname Violence, is a library of dangerous and high-tech scripts that can be found in C.V.E.'s GUI. On the Anomaly page, it gives us explanations of some well-known scripts. Here's one for example. IBYUF creates an item in the user's inventory labeled ? Once activated while pointing at another player, the process will begin. Audio of someone coughing can be heard from the victim. About 15 minutes following this, the victim will be lit on fire, left to bleed and cry as they slowly lose health. The more health they lose, the slower the victim gets. Once at 0, the user will fall on the floor, and after this, the player will be kicked from the game and unable to rejoin. This is just one example of the many dangerous scripts that are a part of C.V.E. Other known scripts that are known to be a part of this are UBRLZ, NLHYZ, and ADVEK. The second version of Anomaly 30 is Anomaly 30B, which is the creator of C.V.E., simply named Creator. It is unknown who is behind the account, but this user is infamous for many reasons. It is known that he publicly posted C.V.E. as a model for anyone to use. Looking at the codes for the model he posted, they seem to be completely filled with nonsense. After the account went silent for the majority of 2015, the account returned in 2016, but it seemed like it was run by a different person. The new owner was found in-game, but all he stated was he made a deal. Later in 2017, the creator was terminated, and it is unlikely that another form of C.V.E. will ever return. Station 31, or respectively Anomaly 31, is a gear that was found between 2019 and 2020. At the time of discovery, the gear was off sale and was simply named Station 31. At first, it was hard to understand what this gear even was, because the gear had no description and no genre. One day, the gear went on sale with some differences. At first, it was a normal Roblox part, but now, it's the shape of a bottle, but it's just gray with no texture. Regardless, users still went and bought the gear, which was a very bad decision. One user, named Boy172991, who joined on August 31st of 2019, bought this gear. All seemed normal until the user joined a game. The user quickly found out that the gear does not allow the player to leave the game they are in. It starts to control the player's movements, and the meshes on their avatar become gray parts. During this is happening, the user is still able to type in chat. Based on the movements of the player, they seem to be very realistic, and based on the reaction of the victims, they seem to feel each of these changes. This whole event goes on for a couple of minutes before the user is kicked from the game. Once kicked, the user's avatar will unequip all items, and the avatar will change to a gray avatar we've seen before. The RA staff were able to interview someone who was once affected by this. When did you get this gear?
Yesterday.
Did you willingly use it?
Yes.
How did it feel?
It hurt.
Did you hear anything?
Voices.
What do you mean voices?
Many people.
Did you see anything?
No.
What were the voices saying?
Random.
At the bottom of the page, there are screenshots of Anomaly number 31 in action. It seems like Station 31 talks through the victims it took over. It is highly recommended that if you ever see Station 31 on sale, you don't buy it and report it to the RA staff. Let's move on. Anomaly number 23, or Orth.lua, is a strange anomaly that rarely occurs. The most well-known documentation of number 23 is a YouTube video uploaded by MaximumClone688. Orth.lua is known to take the appearance of a tall green model in-game. It causes the game to completely bug out, overloading the server with errors and taking away the user's ability to move. The anomaly got its name, as stated on the Anomaly page, getting their code extracted by a group of Lua script kiddies and Roblox exploiters, also by the amount of Lua errors in the server logs, which is the code that Roblox uses. Around the time of discovery, Orth.lua is one of the many anomalies that have built a cult following, just like how people follow Noli, or in recent times, Cool Kid. At the bottom of the Anomaly page, we get links to two videos of Anomaly number 23 in action. They take place at the same time, but both users have different experiences than the other. Here are the two videos. The first video is from Orange Box by 89, titled strange hacker thing in Roblox. For the first half of the video, Orange talks about how him and his friends were playing natural disaster survival like usual, until some strange events begin to occur. Halfway through the video, Orange warns us that the following footage may have flashing lights, to which I will do the same. Heavy epilepsy warning. This is how the anomaly begins. He begins to hear a weird banging sound. After this, the video continues to get worse and worse. Eventually, you can see this green model that I've explained before. You can tell that the more the event goes on, the laggier the game gets. After that, it's the end of POV 1. The second POV is from the other user in-game, Juterio. At the beginning of the video, he explains the same stuff Orange did, but going halfway is when the event occurs. This is another epilepsy warning. Juterio's game begins to glitch differently, but eventually, the glitching stops. He gets time to take a look at the map, which is flashing with different colors, but then we can hear some speaking. If anyone has any idea what this says, please let me know in the comments. After this, we get to see the green model once again. The video continues to glitch like crazy. Juterio hears all these unusual sounds. Take, for example, at the end of the video, instead of the static sound that we've heard previously, the user hears these weird ambient sounds. After this, it's the end of the video. As we can see from the two POVs, this anomaly is very dangerous. If this event happened to someone with epilepsy, it could be fatal. Because of the rarity of Orth.lua, it is currently unknown in the status rating, and by the looks of it, it will stay that way for a long time. C.V.E, or anomaly number 24, is one of the most dangerous anomalies in all of RA archives. It's a rare event caused by a glitch that shows the inside of a Roblox baseplate while being in Roblox Studio, but rarely it may happen in the normal Roblox client. According to legend, it's said that once you go inside the baseplate, a glitch begins to happen. The anomaly breaks the game, and you are teleported to an unknown area. It shows the anomaly glitching out and begins to show weird imagery to the victim. After this, the user's computer completely shuts off and the user is banned from Roblox. The glitches stopped occurring between 2010 and 2018, but as of late, number 24's activity has risen to the point where some users have received a mysterious email from an account labeled C.V.E with a creepy dotted image of, I can only guess, anomaly number 24. There are a couple of links to videos of number 24's documentation. The first video, titled Baseplate Anomalous Activity, shows what we read earlier. The user is in Roblox Studio with a Pepsi can model. Once the user goes into the baseplate, we can see this gray entity in the background. This is what follows. For a second, we get to see this blue image, but by making the image brighter, we can see this red face. According to the user in this video, the user began experiencing headaches and constant nightmares overnight, to the point where he was scared to even send the video over to the RA staff. The second video is titled Forum Board Post number 92. The user is also in Roblox Studio, but suddenly, we can see the entity come right out of the ground. It then cuts to an image of a ban screen, just like what we read before, but then, the entity comes out of the screen towards the player. I'm just gonna play the whole clip for you because it's just insane.
Did you think that trick of Alt plus F4 could work? Oh, how silly of you, trying to leave my experience in-game too early. And just like all the people who try to do that, I give them a punishment.
After that, it's the end of the video. Based on this anomaly's status level, it is highly recommended that you be careful when using Roblox Studio, or else you may end up like the user here. Let's move on to the final and most dangerous anomaly of the video. This anomaly is yet to have a status or risk level. April Fools, or anomaly number 28, was an anomaly that caused the death of 20 workers at Roblox headquarters. The story of number 28 goes along the lines of this. The date is April 1st of 2016. An unknown user made a forum post about the famous April Fool's hacking incident of 2012. The user explained how the hacking was a hoax and was made to cover up something dark about Roblox. Because nobody believed him, the post was dismissed until the user was banned, but minutes later, another account posted on the forums, dropping more information, claiming that the 3 users behind the hacking were not real people. But just like before, the claims were swept under the rug. But right after that, another account popped up, claiming that everyone who didn't believe them was a fool. But after this, no new accounts were made. The RA staff took note of this situation and did some research, finding some users who were on Roblox during the event. One user stated that their user was depicted as dead with a figure that seems to be a rose with a body that goes below the base plate. The second image shows us a profile with black vines covering it, and yet again, a rose is covering the user's head. The user in this image was interviewed by the RA staff. The user stated that he ducked under his desk because the place in the background of the first image was making his mind eyesore. He then stated that a bright red light came from the monitor. Following this, the sound of a person weeping. Then it slowly went away. Another user they found was on the catalog during this event. As we can see here, the user can see a dark banner saying April Fools. The biggest information that the RA staff discovered was a former Roblox moderator who worked at Roblox during the April 1st of 2012. He says that the computers began freaking out and flashing red, just like the other user explained. Unfortunately, this moderator had epilepsy and was hospitalized after this. The person survived, but he was soon to find out that during his time at the hospital, 20 of his coworkers were killed because of this. A couple days later, the moderator received a mysterious email. The email had no subject, only words saying April Fools and this image. It is unknown what the drawing represents, but like the other screenshots we have, we can see the rose as the head once again. Those were some of the most dangerous anomalies on Roblox. The amount of research that is put into finding, explaining, and documenting these anomalies is insane. I highly recommend supporting the RA staff by buying their merch, checking out their website, and subscribing to their YouTube channel. Like I've said before, there are most likely tons of Roblox anomalies that are yet to be discovered. Some that are so out of the ordinary, users will have to experience them before getting a better understanding of them. There are also anomalies that I didn't cover in this video. I highly recommend giving them a read. And always remember, if you see something unusual, it might be an anomaly. And until RA Archives returns, thanks for watching.